Good morning, fellow vagabonds. It's just Jeremiah here in Denver, Colorado. I'm downtown. Here's my little sleeping nook. I love this spot. This is nice. No one even knew I was here till it's like daytime, and you got the people down there who will never see me because it's a bike path. And you got the people up here who don't really take that trail much because there's homeless people blocking it off. So yeah, today's plan is to take this and make some money. So I'm either going to fly it downtown if there's a lot of business, or I'm going to, I feel most comfortable going to another Walmart, but now I'm like scared. And I'm like, I need to make more money so I can make it to Burning Man. And I'm just not sure what to do. So I'm going to get my shit together and figure it out, and I'm going to get back to you. Hope you're having a great day. It is the 21st of August, Saturday, 2021. These nexus points, where do I go next? Do I stay in Denver, get a job, step off my travels, get a car, and have a safer place to keep all my stuff? Or do I go running to Burning Man, where I'm going to get so much content, it's going to be crazy? Burning Man. So I just bought the flight, fly out Tuesday.
I love you, babe.
Today's Saturday, and I gotta get to panhandling. Yeah, so I'm gonna fly into Oakland, which is by San Francisco, and then it's 620 miles to the Black Rock Desert and northwestern New Mexico. I have a buddy though in the Bay Area, and we're gonna travel together, panhandle some good funds together, some money, hopefully in a place where they won't give us crap because it's California, and they will give us crap, which is weed. My buddy's so hippied out. He's so cool. He's got a huge dreaded beard, and he's not a woo-woo as I define them. The woo-woos are the ones who forget that spiritual identity is ego. He's just someone I can talk about anything to, and who truly cares, and he's got an awesome little dog, a Mexican hairless Chihuahua, the spirit guide of the Mayans, and the only native dog to North America. Cool. I'm just glad I made that decision, and that my PayPal MasterCard works with Spirit Airlines. I don't have to like send the money to someone else and all that. I got to get a bank account set up. I know, no bank account. I just keep being distracted by the next squirrel. Yeah, after Burning Man, I'll figure things out, but I gotta go to Burning Man. You know what I mean? I don't think I'll have the money to get the leather thong and the leather harness and the spike goggles and the gloves, but I'll get a mohawk, that is for sure. Well, I got my stuff all charged, but my cardboard blew down there. No way am I gonna get it, plus it's wet. I had it up top of that thing. I think most sign cardboard like that, like big pieces, they're gonna be hard to find in the city because they keep like trash away. I'm not sure what the plan is now. I might have to just go back to the outskirts, where like the Walmarts are and stuff. Maybe back to that one where I already had a successful day the other day without having the cops called. I'll make sure it's not in the Thornton Police District. Crap. Flight spot, going to Burning Man. Tuesday. It's Saturday. There's just like a fight right in my face. These two guys. Oh my gosh, look. I manifested some cardboard. So there's a fight right in my face. No, that's nuts, actually. That's perfect. That means I can go to the Rockies game. I gotta hurry though. It starts at 6. I want to get set up early. But these two guys, the one guy bloodied the other guy's face. I think it was a lover's quarrel. I wanted to just put the camera up, but one thing is, I see a lot of stuff out here that would make good content, but a lot of it's people that are suffering, and that's one thing where, as much as I don't mind sharing some unsavory aspects of travel lifestyle, I'm not trying to make anyone else look like shit. So, you might miss out on interesting content, but I'd rather stop and tell the guys it's not worth it, or at least to continue fighting farther down the street where the cops won't get them. They went that way, straight ahead. I think it's a domestic thing, honestly.
Oh, fair enough. It's off property now, though.
Yeah. It looks like they're headed down to the other bus station. Now, the one guy looks like he's getting kind of hit by another man.
Yeah.
Not just like they got in a fight, but like maybe getting smacked around a little. I feel bad for the one guy. They had a chance to leave. He just kept following with him. It looks like one of those codependent relationships.
Well,
which I'm not saying is your deal, but man, I just saw it. I felt so bad. My instinct was to film it, but I just told them it's not worth it. At least to pull it somewhere else, not here. But they might be pulling it out of that other bus stop, so I don't know. The one guy, it looks like he has a broken nose. It's bloody for sure. Yeah.
Restroom downstairs, it's all the way down on the other end. So
Okay.
you go down.
I'm going to turn the camera off. We have some inclement weather moving in. Maybe there's some fun info. Here's what it's looked like over the years. Rich or poor, famous or anonymous, everybody passed through Union Station from the time it opened in 1881. A trip to the station meant something new was about to happen. A visit with relatives or friends for the first or last time. An extended leave for military service. The start of a new life in Denver or a connection to a final destination. The building was a hub of activity. Armies of conductors, switchmen, and engineers ran the trains with military-style proficiency, keeping schedules, ensuring passenger safety, and maintaining personal safety around dangerous machinery made railroad jobs hazardous and demanding. Hundreds more worked in the offices, and the building even had its own emergency hospital, police force, jail, library, and barbershop. For decades after the decline of passenger rail travel in the 1950s, people came to eat and drink at Union Station's bars and restaurants, or marvel at the elaborate model train displays that traveled through intricate Colorado scenes. People who spent their careers at Union Station never lost faith in its resurgence. One employee who worked here for 46 years summed it up best. Railroads always will be the backbone of the nation. Even though many of the early railroad traditions have vanished, a whole new era began in 2014 with the revival of Union Station at the center of a downtown transformation. Pullman porters were part of the fabric of American railroads for nearly a century, starting in the late 1860s. Primarily African American, these men provided a respectable income for their families and established a vibrant community in Denver's Five Points neighborhood. Wartime at Union Station required round-the-clock transportation of troops, which stretched the station's limits. William Zarlengo, station master from 1921 to 1968, recalled stepping over sleeping people when he came to work during World War II. The United Services Organization volunteers provided lounges, hot meals, and showers for servicemen, families, and friends, said emotional goodbyes to boys and men leaving to serve in faraway lands, some of whom would never return. Redcaps aided passengers by carrying bags, running errands, and serving as tour guides. In those days, there were no salaries or per-bag minimums. One Redcap remembered, if you made $40 in tips, you had a really good week. The average daily take was $3 to $4. Cool stuff. I'm going to go work my sign. I'm already getting shit for flying signs, and as I get larger and larger, there's going to be people that don't agree with how I do what I'm doing. But for me, it's about me. So This is going to be my journey of living off the gratitude of others for one of the first times in my life. I mean, I've had people that have helped support me in shitty situations, but I've never just lived off the kindness of strangers. And yeah, and then I'll be able to make this a success and live off of it as long as I keep the content up and keep the tone right. So that's my plan. There's plenty of stuff going on. I have to figure out what to write on my sign, but I think I'll try to time lapse that. See ya. So, panhandling by the game, I feel super exposed. I feel like people don't feel protected by their car. I don't recommend, maybe because I'm just not used to it, but I don't recommend the city panhandling. I prefer sitting on the side of my parking lot, what I'm used to. Not sure what my plan is now, but it's starting to rain. I think I'm going to go back to Union Station, make sure everything's charged up all the way so I have phone service tonight. I'm also hungry. Probably going to run to the Whole Food. And if I decide to cook something on the side of the road, I'll make sure to show you. But yeah, it's not in the rain. It'll clear out. It's Denver. Everything's all stirred up because the winds just blew over the mountains. So you get a lot of activity because of the eddies in the sky. But they get stirred right back out of the shape by the same eddies. Plus, it's sunny 300 days a year, and it's been raining like 3 of them. I feel like, come on, let's get back to sunny. Just kidding. It's nice. See ya. There's Union Station. I just love antipasta, and there's a salad with like all of it on there. And it's a salad, pizza. Yeah, unscripted, raw, real, uncut. Sorry, a pizza. Now I'm distracted because I'm so excited. I'm gonna enjoy it. See ya. Yeah, the panhandling thing, whatever. I'll worry about it tomorrow. I'll go back to Walmart, panhandle 2 days. It'd be a pain if I could have just not panhandled this whole time. It's a pain that my sign is gone, the big one, but whatever. I'll figure it out. See ya. Well, it's a beautiful evening, and yeah, today wasn't like the most productive day aside from getting my YouTube video loaded from the day before, and charging my phone. Yeah, check it. 3 more days till I fly back to California. How long have I been gone? A minute. Over a month. Just over. Today was discouraging, but I'm fine. I just need a few more things before I get to Burning Man, but it's going to happen. And I've already started to make it happen. I just have to go make more signs. We'll go make a sign and go to a Walmart where the cops aren't going to come. And stand there all day tomorrow and the next day. And fly out Tuesday, so it's doable. And plenty of weed and wax to get through by till then. Yeah, and then I got food stamps. I guess Biden passed the thing so we get more food stamps. I could go here. One thing I won't be getting into on this channel is politics. I'm all about standing up for and believing in causes and not so much sides, but it doesn't seem like that's the way things have gone. And in my opinion, the radical left and the radical right, they're just the same thing. Just tools to keep us against each other and from creating any real reform. I'm assuming most of you aren't radical because you just seem to have pretty moderate views. If you're okay with me and my different facets, yeah, that's something I'd rather focus on what we can come together over rather than helping perpetuate this divisiveness by playing into the YouTube algorithms, which just want that. There's another trestle bridge. It's coming up. I really liked my spot to sleep last night. I felt safe. So I'm going back a little early to pass out early, play on my phone. Hoping the mosquitoes don't get me that much. It's just kind of like either cover up and be warm and don't get bit as much, or don't cover up and stay cool and get bit more. So yeah. That's about it. I'm gonna go back to the same spot I was yesterday, so nothing new. Not in a bad mood. Not really a somber mood, just nah. I guess I'm feeling like if I hadn't made money, I could have gone and at least explored. Past 2 days, maybe gotten to Red Rocks. But nah, it's not what happened, so why dwell in the past? Right now it's not horrible. It's pretty. I'm gonna get some rest. And I'm alive to enjoy it. Burning Man really is gonna be some great content. Can't wait to get there. Gotta get a little more set up, but I'll make it happen. See ya. All right. Heading way back. So it's raining a little bit, but it'll be fine. It's not gonna rain tonight, and if it does, I'll figure something out. It's so pretty here. Check this out. Watch. Yeah, I feel pretty blessed. Yeah, I'm gonna chill, have a smoke, and then set up camp. I'm gonna wait till the people in the dog park aren't here, so I don't scare them. I don't want them to feel unsafe. Weirdo, videotaping and walking around, cool. Some guy setting up to sleep. I just don't want to steal that sense of ownership over this spot. So I'm gonna wait till after dark. No, on a topic that I really haven't touched on much yet. I'm gonna do a whole focused video on this thing, but getting messed up out here is not smart. If you drink or do any type of drugs that like lower your awareness levels, just maybe this isn't for you. You know, I've heard stories of people drinking and doing drugs and get their arm cut off jumping on a train. People get robbed on the streets. Maybe more often than you might realize. Yeah, and then when you're all like messed up and you go to sleep, people can like come in and take your stuff while you're not looking because you aren't fully aware. So yeah, you might think that like because I'm in this lifestyle, like yeah, maybe I have things I don't do on camera. And although that is true, everyone masturbates. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, seriously though, like, yeah, like, I hardly take ibuprofen. I take ashwagandha, which is good for men's health, and it's good for your heart. It's good for your cortisol levels. It drops them. Stress and inflammation suck. And I take a multivitamin. But drinking is not great on the road. It's not like weed is that much better, but it's not worse by any means. I just wanted to share that. And a lot of you are most of you are just living vicariously through me, but some of you have worded that you kind of want to learn how to do this, and that's what you're using these as. So I'm trying to like give a little bit to both. This lifestyle isn't for everyone. This isn't easy. I'm alone most of the time. Most people that I meet are awesome, but it depends where I am. Some judge me. I don't know. This isn't for everyone. Just watch it through me. Go try it for a weekend somewhere. Go to fly to another part of the country and just panhandle for a weekend and roam around and see if you like it. But imagine if you flew to another city and then just panhandle 2 days, got it fine one day and then didn't make it the next day. That was my 2 days. I just spent money. The money I made that first day, I bought the things I needed, and then, all the rest of the money is pretty much gone. Well, this sound is atrocious. The train's about to end, though. I'm gonna have fun with this stuff. See you guys. I'm just walking back to camp. I went to the Union Station to fill up on water. It's a smart idea to fill up all your water before the night, so that way you're not stuck leaving like a couple items back at camp or packing up everything. So I was just checking this out. You can see the moon, and right there's Jupiter. That would be what's called a conjunction. A conjunction is whenever two or more heavenly bodies line up in the sky. In spiritual circles, they say that it creates a spiritual vortex and synergistically increases the effects of spiritual vortices, location-wise. So that, whatever your power of intent is manifested stronger during these special alignments. That's why those spiritual folk, and I'm not selling you on their religion. I'm just helping tell you about topics that might be outside of your personal belief system. Maybe it's going to be so you can vilify it and realize how evil and wrong people are for thinking differently than you. Maybe it's going to open up, your concept of worldviews to the idea that there are more than just one, and that you can figure out what you believe. Or maybe you believe it and you didn't know about the effects of heavenly bodies aligning. Last year we had one of the biggest ones in a while. That was, of all times, it was on the winter solstice. And Saturn and Jupiter, which Saturn is known in satanic and Luciferian cults to be the one they keep an eye on. It doesn't make it an evil one to keep an eye on. It just means that those people definitely keep their eye on it. And Jupiter is symbolic of abundance. So, there are some weird rituals going on last year during the winter solstice. You've got the Mars moon alignment last year. That was closer than they'll come. for like 30, 60 more years. You had the Mars, Moon, Saturn, Jupiter alignment, the Mars, Saturn, Jupiter alignment. Earlier this year, we had the Mercury, Venus alignment, the closest they'll be together for some time. It doesn't have to mean anything, but according to the Hermetic principle, which is not about being a hermit, it's about Hermeticism, which goes back to Egyptian-based spirituality, as above, so below. So heavenly alignments give cues and omens to earthly alignments. So whatever, just me rambling as I go to bring back water. Going back to camp. Hoping no one messed with my sleeping bag. I don't think they did. It's kind of hidden well. I'm over the whole city thing. I can't wait to get back to nature, back to hippies, back to counterculture. Not even so much the hippies, to be honest, but back to like open-minded individuals. I realize that my belief systems and thought patterns and what I'm open to experiencing and learning about, they're not for everyone. But I just can't wait to return to like the hot springs and the Mount Shastas of the world and be back around my tribe. Like they say in Mount Shasta, let your vibe dictate your tribe. And I guess in the cities, I feel like my tribe is lacking. Can't wait to go back out there and see if I can build that caravan I've been aiming towards. Or go do Burning Man and go find a job and work for a few months and then really do this right out of a car. Either way, Burning Man's coming first. Tickets already bought. And we'll see what happens afterwards. I'm sure I'll be called by all the craziness leaving there. And I'm excited to see how much of a burn it actually is. Everyone's saying there's not going to be one. I think it's going to be nuts. And there's going to be need for community builders. Hoping to put my shoulder into it and be a positive influence there. And I leave in just 2.5 days. That's my last video. Thanks for sharing in my journey, guys. Good night.